Hi, everyone. Today we are going to talk about a special tool for those who use Resound and cochlear implants. So let's get started. So the tool we're going to be talking about is the Mini Mic 2. I haven't said much about this little tool because it's pretty much, straightforward. This is a type of microphone that will connect wirelessly to your Resound or to your processor. Usually, you have to have a cochlear implant to be able to receive one of these. So it's really simple. My experiences with it, it's really used for one-on-one. Like if you're in a car and you want to hear the driver, or you're sitting in the back seat or whatever, it's really important to be able to hear the driver or hear the people up front. So then you can give one of these to them, and it helps a lot in conversations in the car. Sometimes when I'm being transported by van somewhere, I give this to the driver or to the front person so I can hear what's going on if they want to say something to me or ask questions. That's good. The Mini Mic 2 does really good for that. Um, I think that there is some difficulty in restaurants, like really noisy situations. It's really hard. I think for me, it picks up everything, not only the person who's carrying it, but also the rest of the noise in the restaurant. So sometimes it's not good for that. I would still look for a quiet place in a restaurant because the Mini Mic 2 kind of struggles when there's noise everywhere. So that's my experience, and I think that's the experience of others who have tried the Mini Mic 2 in a restaurant, noisy situations. With a car, it's different because you have a steady sound of the car, and then you have the voices. So you really can distinguish between what's the car and what's the voices, and they don't get meddled with each other. But for some reason, in noisy situations like a restaurant, this kind of it just doesn't meet the bill. I would say in a group setting, like if you're having a meeting, it's very cool. You can put it in the middle of the meeting and you can hear the voices. But this is the deal. You're going to hear the different voices in the group, but sometimes it's going to be hard to figure out who's speaking. For me, sometimes voices are really clear and you know who's talking. But sometimes it was difficult for me to figure out who was talking. I could hear what they were saying very clearly, but I could not figure out who it was. So I had to keep on watching faces to see who was talking. So for that, it is good. If you're in a quiet environment, you're in a meeting, you can set up the Mini Mic 2, and it's great for group settings in quiet environment. Also, I found it very useful for conferences. If you're in those large conferences and all of a sudden, you're like in the back or in the middle or pretty far away, even though they have speakers, sometimes the voices cannot, especially if the person who's presenting has an accent or, they're not quite trained in using the microphone or they walk away. At least you are still on air. So you want to give this to the speaker and just say, please give this back to me. But for this talk, could you please wear this on your shirt? This will help me hear you better. It'll go directly to my hearing apparatuses. So, and you can give they shouldn't walk off with this. Be good to put your name on it or something, or with a tag or something. I don't know. But it's good to give this to the presenter, and it works like a charm. So for that, it's really good. Let me see, what else? it has a incredible distance. You know, I just ask people, don't go in the bathroom and flush the toilet because I'll hear you. It's one of the things I say to the presenter. If you walk off going to the bathroom and flush the toilet, I'm going to hear it. So, so, so I turn it off. So I do teach them how to turn it on and turn it off because that is a danger. So, so the Mini Mic 2, I think it's really useful. I think it's really important, especially, you know, if you're busy, you're out there in the community. If you are volunteering and you meet a lot with groups, Mini Mic 2. I'm being transported frequently in a van or vans, and so I give this to the driver. They're talking to me or whatever. So, yeah. I just had to pair it. I will give you a great video which shows you how to operate, how to pair this to your Resound or to your cochlear implant or to both, so that, you know, when you go to your phone, because we have an app, and you can click on the Mini Mic 2 and it'll be awesome. Just be careful with the volume. Sometimes I forget to turn it down. It's like blah. So I think you also have control of the volume on the app, but I would turn it down to, you know, something that's reasonable for you. So the Mini Mic 2, it's pretty hardy. I've dropped it a couple of times, unfortunately, and it has survived. So that's good. You don't want to get it wet. This is one of them that's not waterproof at all. So, but it is very sturdy. What else can I say about it? It's just been very useful for me. And sometimes I forget to use it when there's a conference or when, you know, because I really meet a lot of times in small groups. So, you know, when it's a small group, I do okay, but it's when it gets bigger and then I want to use the Mini Mic. So it is great. It's a tool that I have very close to me to just grab and go. I charge it, make sure it's charged all the time. I used the Mini Mic 2 was to make phone calls through the computer. That was so awesome. So yes, that was really important for me to clarify the sound just a little bit more. So I would plug in the Mini Mic 2 has a plug that you plug in here, and then you plug it into your laptop for, I think it's microphone. Then the sound from the phone call will go directly into your implants. So so that's when I would do phone calls through the computer. So that was also very helpful because it is you know, I love it. So if you have any questions, you know, I'm going to put down a video down below in the description box so you can learn how to use it. You know, sometimes videos are helpful if you can't read very well or have vision issues like me. Then the video is great. And the guy who did the presentation on the Mini Mic 2 did a really good job. So so thank you to him. So keep it close. Get familiar with the Mini Mic 2 and try it out in a couple of different scenarios and see how helpful it is. Try it out in a couple of restaurants, see how it goes. But I have found that it just absorbs not only the voice of the person you're with, but the whole restaurant. So it's just too overwhelming. I have to turn it way down. And sometimes it's not clear enough because of all the other noise. So I would say in quieter environments, it does awesome. So I hope you get a Mini Mic 2 in your journey of cochlear implants, and test it out, play around with it, and see in what environments is most helpful for you. All right, that's all I had for today for Tech Tuesday, and take care. Enjoy the weather because it's getting better here on the north side of the United States. finally. We're kind of drying out. The East Coast and West Coast is having a lot of trouble. So hopefully that will calm down as we get into summer. All right. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.